Jij gaat van 5 tot 0 en dan gaan we beginnen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome at the live of Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. Today we will crown the new Miss Cosmo Netherlands for this year. Who will represent the Netherlands in Vietnam later on this year?
Well, we are Robin and Stefan. We're from 12 Months of Beauty. And we started pageantry in 2006. We started the website Miss Holland Now. And now we are national directors for several international pageants for the Netherlands.
Yes, and we were also national directors last year for Miss Cosmo Netherlands when the beautiful Serena represented our country tremendously. So good she did, but we'll see her later on. Well, just in a few moments. Rowan, what will we be doing today?
Well, this is an exciting new concept for pageantry. Yeah, we will see the girls in an interview with a very special lady. They will introduce themselves in a pitch, and then they have a debate two by two.
A debate 2 by 2, and what's that?
Well, one of the girls will hashtag and explain why it is a hashtag. They are
They'll explain about their hashtag, about their platform, and then one of the other candidates.
and the other candidate will ask a question, and the first candidate will answer.
Oh, that's really nice. So, yeah, so why do we do this new concept? Well, we are 12 Months of Beauty, and we are into the Cosmo. I think you go or you stay. What do you want? You go? Okay, very good. Thank you so much. And because he's very important, he's a judge also today. I'll mention the judges later on. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I will, because I am not a participant. So let's see. Last year, the first time we did Miss Cosmo Netherlands and Miss Coswell, we didn't because we appointed this beautiful, beautiful lady. And she represented our country at the highest level. She's really like a veteran in the Dutch beauty pageantry already. Here is your Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2024, Serena. Serena looking stunning as ever. Please tell something to the audience about what did Cosmo for you?
Well, Cosmo brought me to the next level. It brought me into the cosmos. I learned so much about myself. I elevated my speaking skills, but also my stage presence. So it was not only for me personally, but also for my pageant skills. It was an incredible journey, and I wouldn't want to miss it for anything.
Do you have like an advice for the next girl? Because we have some candidates today who all want to go to Vietnam, to go into the cosmos. What's your advice to the girl that will be crowned today?
I think the most important thing is to stay true to yourself. It is a very intense journey. You will be in Vietnam for 3 to 4 weeks. It is difficult to keep your energy, but the most important thing, I think, because of that, is to stay true to yourself, save your energy, and keep shining.
Yeah, and of course you're wearing the beautiful Miss Cosmo Barocco crown, and you already traded for another crown, didn't you? Yeah, because you'll be representing the Netherlands.
At Miss International, yeah, I'm really excited. In November, I will be traveling to Japan to represent our country once again, which I'm really proud of.
Yes, I can imagine that's your third big pageant because you also represented our country and 12 Months of Beauty at Miss Supranational a few years ago. Also at very high. You're such a beautiful soul and such a. We've seen you grown from the first time you entered our pageant, and of course she's going to be one of the judges today. She is very important. She knows what Cosmos is, what Miss Cosmos is, and she knows what they need and what they want. Yes, thank you so much. Please take your seat. Yes, I think you can sit. Yes. Yes, our judges are beside a big international panel that we've been in contact with for the last 2 weeks. But also you'll see them later. We have Miss Grand Netherlands. She will be leaving to Thailand in 2 weeks, and we have Rosalie, and we have of course Anthony, Mr. Supranational, who represented our country in Poland this year. But we said to you we're going to start with a talk show. Yeah, who should we ask to do a talk show? Because if I talk, the show will last at least 8 hours, with only me talking. So we need somebody who knows what it is to do. She knows her skills. Ariana from Ethereal Royalty. Looking ravishing as ever. Oh, I love you so much, Ariana. Please tell me, what will you, because also she's one of the judges, of course, and what will you be looking for today?
Oh, that's a good one. I think the Cosmo, it's a very new pageant, but they know what they want for sure. And I think Serena has been a great example of what a Miss Cosmos Netherlands should be. Of course, you have to look beautiful, but I think it's really the most important thing is from the inside, like what is your passion about? What is your advocacy and how can you share that with the world and really make an impact?
You followed the girls, of course, on the socials. And what was it that you? Well, you don't have to mention a name, but what did you see? Like, I think that girl, or maybe these girls, can be the new Cosmos for the Netherlands into the Cosmo.
Well, I mean, all of these girls have been competing before, so I know what they're like. But I really was focusing, how are they approaching this pageant? Like, what are they doing differently or even better? And I have seen a lot of amazing social media things, very innovative and new. So that really catch my eye, and I think this might just be one of the best girls competing for the crown. So it's going to be a tough one for sure.
It's gonna be a tough one indeed, and I think the best thing is to start. So please, Ariane, take your seat at the talk show table. There's some lovely paprikas to eat if you like to eat something. But who are the girls? We have to mention one thing. One of the girls had to leave because of personal reasons. So there are going to be 5 candidates today. Let's start with the first one, Isabella. Just a small introduction on who you are, Isabella, to the world. No, to the cosmos.
For me, a small introduction. My name is Isabella Bulls. I'm 22 years of age, and I'm the owner of the platform called Pageantry Meet Tag. And I would like to tell you today more about it and show you that I'm worthy of Cosmo and bring a beautiful impact to Vietnam and show the whole world what we have in store.
Thank you so much, Isabella. Please take your seat at the table. The next one is Kim. Kim, looking beautiful. Please show a short introduction to the Cosmos people.
Well, I'm Kim, I'm 25 years old, and I really like to empower people to use their voice because I think it's very important, but I will share more of that later on.
Thank you so much, Kim. Please take your seat. I'm looking so unshiny with all these shining girls. Let's see. Mandy, please. Looking into the Cosmo, of course. Mandy, please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. My name is Mandy Beekolder, or Mandy Victoria. I am 29, born and raised in Den Bosch, and I am the first Dutch Miss and flight attendant combining a demanding international job with the power of my voice through pageantry. I'm very thankful to be here. This is my third pageant this year, so it's very exciting for me today. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mandy. Of course, we know each other. Please take your seat. And then we have the last of the last two. And we start with Melissa. Please join me on stage. And Melissa's wearing a beautiful gown. It's new, isn't it? Isn't it new?
Yes, it's made in the Philippines.
Beautiful, Melissa. Please introduce yourself, small.
Sawadika, hello, my name is Melissa Aurelia van Zuidam, finalist Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. I'm here to tell my personal story and hope to bring it to another level with the Cosmo.
Thank you so much. Please. And the last but not least, Solange, please enter the Cosmo. And I know I'm small, but oh, this is always terrible when I stand next to her. I'm so nice that I'm so happy to you're here. Solange, please introduce yourself to the people.
Xin chào Vietnam. My name is Solange Dekker, 29 years old, and I live in the capital city of the Netherlands, Amsterdam. Truly happy and grateful to be here, and I believe that true individuality should be celebrated wherever you go and whatever means you have to do, and you will hear more about that later on.
Thank you so much, Solange. Please take your seat. I think you can let's put the chair a little bit to Melissa, a little bit more to that, so then you're also beautiful in. And I think it's time. Do you know already who's going to be the winner? We don't. So watch them. Ariana, it's yours.
Thank you so much. We're going to start off with my own talk show. It's very new for me, but it's very exciting. And let's just get started because I know everyone is very excited to watch. I'm just going to start right here. Solange, why do you think you are a strong candidate for the title of Miss Cosmo Netherlands?
Good question. I believe that I am a strong candidate for Miss Cosmo Netherlands because I'm unique in the sense that I do a lot of volunteer work. I make impact daily through social media, but also in physical with my volunteer work for Trans Amsterdam and also for AIDS funds. I'm an advocate for HIV and AIDS awareness and also for homelessness for LGBTQ plus people due to personal reasons. I was homeless myself when I was trying to be who I wanted. And I believe that that experience and everything that I'm doing for those people, things that weren't doing for me when I was that age, I think that puts me in a unique position. And I think that, it's a big quality that I have to just always keep going, no matter how hard or difficult it can be. I am the true fact that whenever you get down, you just get back up 10 times more and stronger, and eventually you will make it here on this platform also.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with you. And I can really tell it's really a passion of yours, so thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome.
And I'm just going to go right back to the lady on my right. Kim, why do you think you are a strong candidate for today's crown?
Wow, that's a really good question. I think I'm a strong candidate because I've been in pageantry for a long time, so I know what it takes. And I like to use my voice for standing for what I believe in, because I lost my voice a long time ago. And I think that it's very important to use that voice, because when I lost my voice, I also lost a part of myself. And I really want to show to young people that no matter what happens to you, you can always come back stronger and raise that voice.
Well, I think it's so beautiful that you have found your voice back and now you are here to compete for the title of Miss Cosmos Netherlands. Best of luck, my queen.
Thank you.
And now to the lady on my left. I almost said it wrong that first time, sorry. Isabella, why do you think you deserve to be the next Miss Cosmo Netherlands?
I feel like I'm all over Cosmo. If you only look at the definition of a cosmic person, that's called a person out of space, different and unique, more like on the mythological side. And I always feel like I am that person. I'm not the basic person. Nobody expects that I work in a technical field. And I really felt the need to teach young girls that it can be anything if they have a dream, as long as you have a right role model. And I felt with Cosmo, I can make an impact. I can impact people to achieve their dreams and also give them a chance to try out. And through Cosmo, with the beautiful impact, I felt I am Cosmo, and I really want to show it to the world in Vietnam what we have in store.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And of course, we've all seen your projects. So I cannot wait to dive into that a little bit more later on. And to you, Melissa, why do you think you are a strong candidate for today's title?
Well, I think that my personality lays in line with Cosmo. They're looking this year for something with music, sports. I love doing that, so I think that's the perfect match. Also, with my advocacy, I am empowering women, but also in a sustainable way. So I think it's the perfect match.
Well, thank you for sharing. I love how everyone is so diverse in this group. And here last, but definitely not least, Mandy, as your third pageant this year,
It is.
why do you think this pageant is the one for you?
How it started is actually right before we could sign up for Miss Cosmo. I had a dream that I got crowned for Miss Cosmo the same day we could enter the pageant. Why I think I'm the perfect fit for Miss Cosmo is because I'm the definition of resilience. As a girl from a young age, but also as an adult, I've seen a world where I was not accepted for who I am because people couldn't fit me in a box. I have been through violence, bullying, and also just not being accepted while trying my best and just being who I am. For me, Miss Cosmo means a platform where I show the world that our uniqueness, our authenticity, and our resilience is where we are going to get a crown, and how we are going to make a change and a positive impact. Thank you.
I think it is so funny that you had that dream. I mean, maybe it was meant to be. And
Let's hope so.
Thank you, ladies, for sharing that answer with us. But now I have some amazing personal questions, especially for all of you. Kim, just about 2-3 months ago, you were shining on the Miss Grand Netherlands stage. How does your preparation for this pageant look any different to your previous pageant experience?
Wow, that's a really good question. I feel like Miss Grand was a lot more about show and about catwalk, and I feel like Miss Cosmo is a little bit more also with talking and more advocacy focused. So I really went into my advocacy and dived right into it, and also Cosmo is about sustainability. So I really wanted to figure out how I could combine these two, and I think I did a great job.
Well, you really have been doing a great job. So let's imagine today is your day and you are being crowned as Miss Cosmo Netherlands. With the 2.5 months left until you depart for Miss Cosmo, what are you planning on doing for your advocacy?
Wow, I'm planning on doing a lot because I already had conversations with a women's shelter, and I just want to mix those two up. For example, we can organize a day where we do a fashion show, but instead of buying new clothes, we can just buy clothes that already exist from other people, and we can pimp it up a little bit, and then they can also show the creativity. We can talk a lot because when you're doing something, you can talk and we can share our stories, and then at the end of the day, we have a show. So I really combine those two with sustainability and with the voices being heard, and I think that's a very beautiful thing.
Well, it really is a beautiful thing, and no matter what happens today, I really hope you'll continue it, even if there's a possibility of not you winning the crown. It's a very beautiful advocacy, so thank you for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
And Melissa, you have a background in a lot of music.
Yes.
Do you feel like it has any advantage for you internationally?
Yes, I think so. And it's also a passion, and I always use music to put my emotional feelings in it. So it's very personal for me, but I love to share it with the world that such small things can do big things for a person.
That is so, so true. And now, of course, I think Miss Cosmo will have a talent round.
Yes.
Have you already been preparing for something, or do you still have to come up with something?
No, I already prepared, of course. Of course. So I'm learning a new skill that no one ever has seen, just a little bit on my Instagram page, on my story, but I'm learning piano.
Oh, wow. That is very interesting. Well,
Yes.
hats off to you, because I know it's not easy. So
No, it's not.
I have a lot of respect for you for that.
Thank you, thank you.
And to Isabella, you've already mentioned you combine mechanical engineering with pageantry. How do you do that?
First, it was very hard because it is our two so opposite of worlds. Because when we think of like the technical world, we think of like masculine men, and when we think of pageantry, we have those stereotype pictures of like feminine women. But those two worlds seem so apart. But actually, that gap, I felt the need to fill that gap, and I did it through various projects. I had the opportunity to make trophies for some pageants. I made some sash holders, you may know. And I had so many projects, and I really loved to take those girls into the projects, tell them how they needed to approach some things.
and let them also give them the power, empowerment to feel that there are technical capacities and they're able to do so many things out of their reach what they thought before. And that really felt like as a win-win situation. Also organizing girls' days, bringing girls to technical fields and let them explore. Because if they like a role model, they will never enter the technical world. All tech is the future.
Well, I want to say it's beautiful. At this point, I just want to tell you it is so, so cool. And yeah, I mean, you gave me a sash holder, which I'm very happy with. And I've seen some other things on your Instagram as well.
Yes.
You sported a beautiful belt with the Cosmo logo. And right now you're also wearing a hairpin with the Cosmo logo.
Yes.
How did you come up with those concepts? Because they're very, very creative.
First of all, I wanted to find a way to do something with plastics. All the things I made come from recycled plastics. That's one of the most important things. I don't want to create something to produce more waste. I want to make new things from old products. And I thought, okay, why not buy something or make something new or buy something from a site where you can produce something by yourself. And for me, it was just going back to the board, start drawing and producing. And I really felt that people loved it. That's also why I created the full Cosmo core set. And I hope if I have the chance to go to Vietnam, I really wanted to go bring it with me and maybe we can make something beautiful because I felt people only change whenever they see and feel. Sometimes words are not enough, but when they see, people can change.
You know, all I can say, no matter what happens, I really hope we get to see you someday at the Paris Fashion Week as example, because these accessories you're making is out of this world, so never stop with what you're doing.
No, never. It's my job, so I will never quit.
And speaking of job, Mandy, you are also a flight attendant.
I am.
You travel a lot internationally, so do you feel like it has some sort of advantage?
Definitely, because I'm very privileged and very thankful that I am able to travel the world for a reduced price, for example. And I know that travel is something for a lot of people in the world only to dream of. What I do is I travel because I want to see cultures and countries up close. I want to get to know the people instead of just from a video or from the internet or from stories. I want to get there, I want to interact with them. And that is definitely an advantage I will take to Vietnam because Miss Cosmo is about celebrating diversity. And we will be at an event with so many beautiful people from around the world, so many fans from around the world. And I am more than thankful and happy that I can get to know all of those people more up close if I get to win the crown. Thank you.
I think that's a very beautiful way to look at it. And now let's not lie. Being a flight attendant is definitely very busy and it might be even hectic at times. How are you gonna, balance that if you were to go to Vietnam?
Well, that's a very interesting question. Thank you. I did already do my preparations up front, so I already informed my airline, and I'm very thankful that they're really supportive, they really believe in me, and that they have been supporting me ever since I got back into pageantry in 2020. So, for example, if I would get to win the crown today, I will call them, and they're going to arrange that I can go to Miss Cosmo at the end of the year and to do all of my preparations, because I'm so excited about this and so thankful for this opportunity. I work part-time. That means that I use my time off to invest as much as I can in becoming a better version, a better pageant candidate, and prepare myself for the international pageants. Thank you.
Well, that is just amazing. And your manager really deserves the manager of the year. And again, last but not least, Solange, you have won a very prestigious international pageant before. Do you feel like it's going to give you an advantage or maybe even a disadvantage because people are going to have high expectations of you?
A very interesting question. I definitely think it does give me advantages in the way that I've done international pageantry already before. I've been 4 weeks in Thailand. I know the drill. And in that regards, definitely it gives me an advantage. But what you're saying is true. There are a lot of people that have very, very high expectations from me. And I understand that. But for me, pageantry has always been about using the platform that has been given to you and just to create awareness and help people. And I believe that, whether I do or not win the crown today, I can still do whatever I'm already doing, right? I've had an amazing time in Thailand. I've had an amazing year afterwards. I'm ready to continue on that legacy from Miss Cosmo, definitely. And those high expectations, yes, I can deliver them because I have done it, and I'm not afraid to say it. I can deliver it. But pageantry should be for intentions. It shouldn't be about glamour. It shouldn't be about only being focused on winning. It should be about the essence why you're doing it. You know, every one of us is an essence why they are sitting here. And I have an essence like that too. And my motives and my reasons for participating to me are very clear. They are personal reasons that align very well with Miss Cosmo. As I already mentioned before, it's true making impact, making true impact. And I'm making impact whether I win or not. But I am most definitely ready for Vietnam. I've already made my plan. I know what to do. So yeah, I think it gives me an advantage for sure.
Well, that is a very important mindset. And like you said, I'm already making impact. I don't need a crown or a title to have that kind of platform.
Yeah.
But let's imagine you are going to be the lucky one today and you were to go internationally again.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the most important lesson you want to share and teach the world?
What I want to teach the world is, you know, there's this stigma around queens that have already won once. A lot of people think that they shouldn't compete again, that they should give a chance to other girls. But I believe that, you know, pageantry for me, it's my hobby, it's my passion, it's basically my life, it's also my work, and it's the platform that I'm using. So it's everything combined. And even though that, you know, I've already took a crown home once, I believe that no matter if you're starting or no matter if you're a veteran, you should always have the ability and the chance to represent your country, represent what you believe in, because it's so important for little boys and little girls to see someone like you up on that stage. And I can remember when I was younger and I was watching the Miss Universe with my mother, I thought, I want to be like her. I want to be like her. And you know, I grew up in a tough situation, in a tough spot, and I'm a very proud trans woman right now, and I'm very lucky to be accepted within the organization, within these gorgeous women as well. And for me, looking up to someone, you know, it's very important. And if I can only be that person for one little boy, one little girl that is doubting, that has a very hard time, my job is done.
Well, I think your job has already been done, but I'm happy to see you make even more people's lives even better.
Thank you.
And to all of you queens, it is so wonderful to have you here and share a little bit more about you. If it's up to me, I'll just send all of you internationally. But unfortunately, I cannot do that. So
we can make 5 crowns. We can. Yeah, we can.
Is that possible? Can we do that?
Just break it into 5 pieces.
We can make 5 crowns. We can send them like that. Let's do that. Amazing job, ladies. So, thank you so much, Ariana.
Thank you.
Let's see if there's a camera for me. Let's see what I can do. I can be. Sorry, I'm just not being camera. Thank you so much. Ariana, this was amazing. What do you think of the girls?
Ooh, this is very hard because all of them are so amazing. And it's going to be a hard time picking one, like I said. Can we just make like 5 crowns? Is that possible?
Yes, it's possible. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Thank you so much for making it so hard for us. You're a judge.
I know.
What did you look for? What was the part that you said that's for me, that makes a difference? Not saying anything who's going to win, but what like.
Well, you know, I was asking some questions and I was really just like throwing around like they didn't know when or what they were going to be asked. So I really looked to like, how are they going to pick this up? How do they reply to this very quickly? And do they get straight to the point, or, you know, how do you answer it? And I will say I do have some perspectives now, that's for sure.
Very good, very good. But I think there shouldn't be 5 crowns, but I think there should be 6 crowns. Don't you think? Don't you think, people? Yeah, I think we should send 6 to the world. Yeah, to the Cosmo. Thank you so much, Ariana. Please take your seat as a judge. And ladies, how is everything going?
It's going good so far.
Are you nervous, Kim?
Of course I'm nervous, but the nerves will always stay, no matter how many times you participate.
And Mandy, into the Cosmo, you have been in. Of course, you fly every day to around the world. But how far have you been into the Cosmo?
So far, I'm from the sky to the Cosmo.
Very good answer, Isabella. How are things going right now?
Amazing. I love what I could speak about, and I'm still waiting to do the real speech, but I love speaking about the platform and the impact I can make, and hopefully I can convince you that I'm the next Miss Cosmo Netherlands.
Yeah, you all did, so that's the thing. And Melissa, of course, you were Miss Grand Krimpen aan de IJssel once. Now you're a Miss Cosmo finalist. How far do you? How are things going so far for you?
I think it's going well. I'm well prepared. I know what I come from. I know what my purpose is today. So I think it's going really well.
Okay, so now, did you have time to say everything you wanted to say so far?
Yes, I think I had enough time to mention everything I wanted to say. Obviously, I'm just like you, I can talk for hours and hours and hours, and if it's up to me, we'll still be here next week. Because, you know, pageantry is such a passion, I can never stop talking about it. But in regards to advocacy, yeah, I already said a lot, but you're going to hear some more soon.
It's beautiful because pageantry for us is also about advocacy. It's not about, of course, I love the glamour, of course, I love the glitter. What I really love is the growth of persons into pageants and the platforms that we believe when you are wearing a sash, you can make a difference for if it's one person or maybe a group of persons. And that's why the pitch round is for us also very important. And in every pageant, Robin and myself organize, we have this pitch round. So let's start with this pitch round. Ladies, the camera is over there, I think. So if you want to reach the Cosmo, look there. If you think no, then you can look there, okay? But let's start with Isabella. Please, your applause.
What does beauty mean to you? According to its definition, beauty means harmony, grace, and perfection. But for me, beauty is making impact, creating change that will last and educate people. People have the preconception that it's all defined by looks, but I notice that's way more than that. It's about who you are and the impact you can make. Through my platform, Pageantry Meets Tech, I aim to combine the worlds of technology with the world of pageantry and create a stage where innovation is possible, share knowledge, and educate people. My name is Isabella Boels. I'm a 22-year-old engineering student and currently finishing my master's in supply chain management. I was the owner of Pageantry Meet Tech, and I'm showcasing that the world of pageantry is more than just glitter and glamour. It's a place where we can empower people, talk about sustainability, and influence in a good way. The Rising Dragon team of Miss Cosmo is showing me that it's not about saying you want to make a change, but proving it through real-life actions. It's not the words that do it, but it's the real challenges you face, the impact you make, and the people you can inspire, and impact you leave behind for the next generation. And I really want to already show that through my projects. I've designed many 3D printed projects, and I influenced many girls. I took them to business, and I showed them that the technical world is also made for women. And I'm still pursuing sustainability in corporate nowadays. I really want to inspire you to look at my platform and think, maybe do I ever miss the role model? Can I maybe learn from you? The Netherlands is not only the country of tulips, windmills, and cheese, it's also the country of innovation, technology, and creativity. And I really want to bring that vision to Vietnam. It's not only in the things we see, but it's in the things we can change. And I'm ready to bring that vision to Miss Cosmo.
Thank you so much, Isabella. Please take a seat on the debate. Kim, our next finalist.
Yes. Like this? Close to the mouth, okay. Have you ever thought about the most precious tool we all carry? It's not money or status. It's our voice. I am Kim Hulshoff, and I believe that true beauty is impactful beauty, using not only how we look, but how we live and speak to create real change. That's why I empower people to use their voice with courage and purpose. Because one voice can spark a change, but many voices together can transform the future. And when we use those voices to stand for sustainability, we protect not just ourselves, but generations to come. As Miss Cosmo Netherlands, I will dedicate my platform into amplifying unheard voices and leading initiatives that link self-expression with sustainable responsibility. So let me ask you, Will you dare to use your voice with me? Because together, we don't just make noise, we make an impact. Thank you.
Great job, great job. Mandy, please enter the pitch stage. Here you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mandy Victoria. I am 29, a model and solo travel blogger, but also proud to be the first Dutch Miss and flight attendant combining a demanding international career with the power of my voice through pageantry. My advocacy is about standing against bullying and for authenticity. Through school projects, storytelling, and using my blog and platform, I show that our uniqueness is our greatest strength. My resilience after years of having been through countless bullying, violence, but also my setbacks in pageantry has shaped me into a woman who never gives up. And through my travels, I show my love and the wisdom of cultures to inspire others to dream big and stand tall. That's why I embody impactful beauty. By not just wearing a crown, but by sharing a story that empowers. From the sky to the Cosmo. Thank you.
Great job. You can sit over there. Over there. Yes. Melissa van Zuidam. In your beautiful new dress. Yes.
Thank you. Today, I want to talk about something that not only has impacted my life, but the lives of millions of women around the world. PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, and endometriosis. I was diagnosed with PCOS and endometriosis after 7 long years of being insecure and having to deal with misdiagnosis. This experience opened my eyes to the lack of awareness and understanding. I believe that if we all come together and try to empower them, that we can make a big change. PCOS is a hormonal condition that affects 1 in 10 women. By most of the women, you don't see it from the outside, what causes so many women to feel unheard and unsupported. This is exactly why I want to raise awareness and advocate for better education and care. My name is Melissa Aurelia van Zuidam, finalist Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. Thank you.
Very good, very good. And then last but not least, well, you've heard it before, Solange.
Hello everyone, Xin Chào, Vietnam. My name is Solange Dekker, 29 years old, coming from the heart of Netherlands, Amsterdam. I am an advocate for HIV and AIDS awareness and also an advocate for LGBT plus homelessness. And my reasons for that are very personal, and I would like to share some of that to the world, to my friends, to the audience. I've lost quite a few friends back in the days due to the H virus, and it's something that's been very personal to me. And besides that, when I wanted to be who I am right now, a proud trans woman, I unfortunately was being let go by my family, the family that should have been supporting me in my dreams, in my goals and everything. And I was put out on the streets, very tough at the early young age of 18. And it has made me incredibly strong enough to stand here amongst girls who I can now call friends, amongst people that don't know me, but still hear my story. And these topics are what I base my advocacy on. I think what makes me unique in this regards for Miss Cosmo Netherlands is the volunteer work that I'm doing. For the past couple of years, I am a very, very proud volunteer for AIDS funds, where I raise awareness through social media, but I also do a little bit more. I raise funds together so we can combat the AIDS virus together. And hopefully that once and for all, the virus will be put down to rest. Besides that, I'm also a volunteer for Trans Amsterdam, which is Amsterdam's largest trans rescue center. In here, we help struggling trans people, mostly from a different country, who face oppression in their own. They come here seeking a better life. And if someone like me put out their hand when I was younger, perhaps I would have been a little bit more happy growing up. Nevertheless, I am extremely proud and honored that I can stand here today and I can be that person. And that is a true impact that I'm making on a daily basis, and I will continue to make, whether what's going to happen today. Thank you so much. I praise all of you for being here, for listening to my story, and hopefully together we can create more impact, more sustainability by cherishing all the influences that we have. Thank you.
Beautiful. Yes, you can say it. Thank you so much. Well, luckily the girls made it very hard for us because also this part they did extremely very well. I'm really proud that I can say that I'm a national director and that I can send girls and boys to the world that can make impact. Let's have one more round, a debate. Well, it's a hard word. We asked the girls all to create a hashtag, and the other girls, one of the other finalists, is going to ask something about this hashtag. I'm going to wait for the camera, so that we have a camera on the couch. Yes, that's. I think he said 7 minutes. That long? I think seven seconds. I hope. Let's see. So we have a camera. We're back live in this beautiful place in Rotterdam. We go to the hashtag round, and as I already mentioned, the girls all have created a hashtag because hashtags are quite important nowadays in social media. And let's start with the hashtags from Isabella.
So as you heard from my speech, I really love to make an impact through tech. So that's the reason why my hashtag is impact through tech.
I have a question for you. How would you inspire people around the world to involve them more into tech?
As populations are growing, also economics are growing. That means we create way more waste. It also means more AI is coming up and we need way more technical solutions. So jobs are reducing, but some jobs are being created. So I think it's so important that more people are getting involved in tech. Also, because there are not enough women in tech, we are not have the right balance at the moment. Do not have enough rights. So I think it's so important that more people are getting involved in tech, and also finally get like a role model and feel like, oh, I do have a passion. I do want to experience that. And that's also the reason why I wanted to do it to pageantry, so the girls who are maybe a-technical or far from interesting being in a technical field can still experience a bit of tech.
Thank you. Well, of course, my advocacy is all about using. Hi. So my advocacy is about using your voice, and after losing your voice, it's hard to find your voice back. But when you find your voice back, it's also hard to use it. So my hashtag is use your voice.
Then my question for you is, what was the hardest challenge you faced in getting your voice back to where it is right now?
Wow, that's a really beautiful question. The hardest battle I had to fight to get my voice back is really listen to myself, go back to myself, and don't listen to other people, because everyone has an opinion and it's very hard sometimes to ignore it, but it's really important to stay true to yourself, listen to your own feelings, and rise above everything like the rising dragon and just follow your own path.
Thank you. Hello, Melissa, with a beautiful dress. So my advocacy is about a sustainable project I've been doing since the start of my pageant journey, standing up against bullying and for authenticity. For me, it comes from not being accepted since a young age, constantly not being fit in a box. And for that reason, I have the hashtag real authenticity.
Thank you. How do you combine your advocacy with sustainable commitments?
Well, thank you for that beautiful question, Melissa. How I combine this is, for example, never change a winning team. From the start of my journey, I knew what I was standing for, and that is against bullying and for authenticity, because it's something that comes close to my heart. I've been through a lot of violence since a young age, and I want to show the world through my eyes how I got to the place where I am today by resilience, by not giving up, and by staying true to who you are, because that's my number one core value. Be unique, be authentic. Thank you so much.
Well, my advocacy is about PCOS and endometriosis. I see this platform as an incredible opportunity to educate people on PCOS and endometriosis, but also how it affects fertility. And I want to show that with small sustainable actions, we can make a big impact on our health and our future.
So what's your hashtag?
My hashtag is hashtag education.
Education. Wonderful, thank you. You know, I've had this question already actually for a long time for you, because as someone, I didn't grow up the way how you did. I wasn't born the way how you are. And nowadays, lately, the whole world is shifting more towards more, knowledge about PCOS. But to me, it's still quite unknown. My question to you is, how would you describe living with PCOS is affecting you daily, and what can you do to inspire others with that?
It did affect me on a daily basis because there are a lot of symptoms, but I found a way to turn it into a better place with sustainable small actions. Lifestyle, what's good for your body is good for the world. So that's how it impacted me and how I made it stronger. And I use my platform now to teach that to other women so they can also shine bright.
Thank you. Kun je gaan zitten? Silver on silver. My advocacy is all about, having action, being out there and doing something, making impact. And I back that up by being a volunteer for multiple organizations and agencies. So my hashtag for you is volunteer.
Yes. First of all, I love what you're doing. I think you're such an inspiration for many people, so all love to you. But still, you said like many people still face that like government is very of a high hierarchy or like religion. So how you make sure that your volunteering work is not influenced maybe by funds, by the government or other influences?
Very good one. It is actually influenced. Unfortunately, my work as a volunteer for AIDS funds is heavily impacted by President Trump and his legislation that is happening. Unfortunately, he's taken away a lot of funds. He's making budget cuts, and that is has a very unfortunate effect on the lives of people living with HIV and AIDS. And I think now more than ever, it is so important to speak up, to fight the fight that is needed to be fought, because we are talking about health, we are talking about healthcare, we're talking about PrEP, we're talking about someone's health. And if one person gets elected to president and they can just snap their fingers and all of that, what we have worked so hard for, gets crumbled away, be taken away, I think it's very concerning. And now is the time more than ever to stand strong together in solidarity and continue on this fight. I'm very, very happy and grateful to be part of it.
Thank you.
Let me see. Please come join us. But come on, come. I'm not sure if everybody is in the picture. At least I am in the picture. So yeah, this is amazing to be standing among these 5 women who have been, it's not battling, but all trying to become Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. They all entered our pageant. It's a new pageant, and they gave everything on their own way. I am extremely proud. Roman, please join me for one. Because we are 12 Months of Beauty, and we are we hope that we are, sorry, I'm emotional. We are a stand for all these young people that struggle right now in the world, and we heard and we've seen them. These 5 have been struggling, but all turned into these mighty, powerful women, and they want to make a change, and they are making a change. I think I've said everything.
Yes.
That's my husband. Yes. I think the judges will go outside now, so please leave the room. And then I think we'll be going out for about 5 until 10 minutes, and then we'll be back with the crowning of Miss Cosmo Netherlands, who will be going into the Cosmo. Thank you so much, and I see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back at the crowning moment of Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. The judges have made a verdict. Whoa, that's very serious. But it's the truth. The judges have made a verdict. Who is going to represent the Netherlands at the upcoming Miss Cosmo International 2025 in Vietnam, and will have an adventure that gives memories for a lifetime and lessons for even longer. It's beautiful. But first, I would like to thank House of Maxim. Rijima, thank you so much for having us here. It's a beautiful location. So please, if you have podcasts or studio work for everything, come here in Rotterdam, House of Maxim. We are so grateful that we can be here. And he is also responsible for all the lives that we do during our other pageants for international pageants and finals. Serena, it's your last time as Miss Cosmo Netherlands. You go on with another pageant. Is there one thing you would like to say? I already started it, but maybe because now is really your final moment as Miss Cosmo Netherlands.
Yes, I do want to thank all my fans back in Vietnam. I was opened with open arms when I arrived in Vietnam. The most incredible experience. They showed me their culture. The people were incredibly sweet. And it's just an amazing experience. So I hope one of the new girls will just experience it the same way as I did and love the country as much as I did.
Yes, Vietnam is absolutely a beautiful country, beautiful people, and so we were very lucky that the Miss Cosmo organization asked us to send the representative to their beautiful pageant with fans that are amazing in the world of pageantry. But now, the moment. It's been a hard decision. The judges, we have only 5 candidates, but when you have 5 potential winners, and when they've worked all so hard to improve and to prove us that they are the next, that they can be the one to represent the Netherlands. And what they did today was make it even more harder. We already knew the girls, and they promised us highlights, and today was filled with highlights. I hope you enjoyed the new kind of pageantry into the Cosmo, this talk show setting, this debate setting. And I'm going to announce the new Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025, and it'll be representative of the Netherlands at the upcoming Miss Cosmo International. And I can say to you that her name is Solange. Solange is our Miss Cosmo Netherlands, and she will be represent the Netherlands. Go, Robin, for the. Whoa, here you are. If you hide your hair for a sash, and that final moment, that most important moment, the crowning. Miss Cosmo Netherlands crown made by the Barocco. Here she is, our Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025. Girls, you've been amazing, yeah? You made it so hard for the judges to choose. I hope we'll see you soon again in another pageant or somewhere else in the world. Solange, your first words as the new Miss Cosmo Netherlands 2025.
What's happening? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for the judges. Thank you to the girls. Thank you for doing this with me. I can truly call you friends, and that's something that I also really needed. Xin Chào, Vietnam. I don't know which camera to look at, but Xin Chào. I hope to make the Netherlands very proud, and I'm going to do amazing things together with the team of Miss Cosmo Netherlands, and we're friends for life, for certainty. I already was with a few. And I will see you in Vietnam. Thank you.
Please show your support for this amazing new queen, and we see you into the Cosmo.